So I think it's important to start this video by saying that I think Edgar Wright is a genius.
What?
If you're not familiar with Wright or his work, he is a producer, writer, director, and has made some of my favorite films, including Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, The World's End, and most recently, Baby Driver. As much as I'd love to make an entire video essay on Wright's very distinct style, there are people that are much smarter than me that have already done that and have done a phenomenal job of dissecting what makes his filmmaking so unique. I'll link my two favorites below. Instead, I want to focus on just one element of his style, and that is pacing. Pacing has an enormous impact on what the viewer, you and I, for instance, feel when we watch a movie or a TV show. The action sequences in Baby Driver are a perfect example of this. Each shot cuts quickly to the next and propels the viewer forward through the scene. This style isn't used in vain. It is a deliberate storytelling technique that unconsciously makes us feel something, like the urgency of a car chase. If it isn't clear already, I've admired Wright's filmmaking for years, and I've always wanted to try to make something in his style. So I took something that I love, something that I do every day, and attempted to reimagine it as if it were a scene in a movie like Baby Driver. Even though it was short, that little clip was so much fun to make, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I loved making it. I think coffee was actually a perfect subject for a video of this style. The quick cuts propel you through the action of making coffee, and for me at least, coffee has a connotation with the start of a new day, with energy, and with work. And I think the upbeat music combined with the quick cuts gave you a sense of starting a new day, of getting to work, and of having energy, having that kind of caffeinated buzz that you'd usually associate with a fresh cup of coffee. To further my point, let's watch a similar video with the same subject, coffee, but shot in a different style.
Climbing through my windowsill, dancing on the tile, warming up winter's chill. Somehow I feel better than before.
In this case, the slow motion and the slower music and the background gave the coffee a more meditative feeling. It gave it a more artistic feeling. It was slower and a little more contemplative. The important thing to note here is that neither style is better than the other. They are two totally different and unique approaches to moving your story forward. It all depends on what you're trying to convey and what you want your viewer to feel. Of course, I can't ignore the part that music plays in shaping how the viewer feels when they watch a movie or a TV show. Most movies would be nothing without the music or the score behind it, and the value of a good composition cannot be overstated. However, in this circumstance, we can actually remove the music from both clips, watch them, and still get an accurate idea of the feeling that was intended. The pacing of the cuts still gives the viewer a great sense of the energy that's trying to be conveyed, even when there's no music behind them. So the next time you're watching your favorite movie or TV show, focus on the pacing of the things happening in front of you. Maybe even turn the volume off. Watch each shot carefully and ask yourself, what do I feel?